All right, 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. It is time for Veterans News. Hank Whittier is not here today. Robert Wood is sitting in his place. And good morning, Robert. How you doing?
Ocala, even though it's a little rainy and a little cool outside, we've got a good day working on us, without a doubt. We're here, and WOCA is working its ultimate, of course.
We're doing our best. We're trying
You better believe it.
And Brian Studhoff is already on the phone if you want to.
Well, Brian, if you're on board, talk to me about this fire that y'all had this morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
2 o'clock this morning, we had a fire this morning downtown Ocala. Fortunately, there were no trees. It had occurred at UniFirst, which is a laundry downtown. And the good news is that there was not a lot of damage because they had a sprinkler system and a monitored fire alarm, and the fire station was right across the street.
Isn't it nice to have a fire department right when you need it?
Absolutely. This week I've got 2 fire fatalities. The first is Dennis Channel, a volunteer fire captain, age 54, with 20 years of service, died on February 10th. He was with the Boyan Fire Department, located in Arizona, and died of a stroke.
Okay.
The second is a person by the name of Jake Carroll. He was a pilot who died in an aircraft crash. He was 34 years old, a wildland firefighter with 9 years of experience, died on January 31st. He was with the Arkansas Forestry Mission, located in Little Rock, Arkansas, and again, he was killed in a plane crash, and to date, 16 firefighters have died in the line of duty.
Okay. Well, getting back to that, we're glad there's no other deaths, and I'm hoping that none of the firemen got injured or hurt there at the building that UniFirst uniform place, and everything's going great with you guys this morning.
Well, thank you very much, and UniFirst is expected to reopen this morning, so that's also great news.
Yeah. Well, we thank you for calling in, and you all be careful, and for gosh sakes, do some work and keep us safe.
Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
All right, bud. All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We don't have anybody from Sheriff's Department. We don't have any deaths at this time from the military-wise, do we? Do you have anything, Curly, on deaths?
Not that I know of.
Donnie, do you have anything?
Not on death, but
Okay.
I have one of our colleagues is pretty sick.
Oh, well, talk to us about it and tell us about it.
Friend and colleague, Phelan Satterfield, who's been working with us, veterans helping veterans, 10-year Navy veteran. We're not going to hold that against him. But he's back in the hospital, back and forth. He's fighting some serious illnesses, and hopefully he'll recover and get back, because I need him. I'm going to start doing another charity event, and he was my right-hand man.
Well, trust me, with you doing another charity event, he better be available.
Yeah, he's a good guy, and best wishes are out there for him.
Definitely.
Get a speedy recovery.
Very good. Okay, since there's nothing else, Larry, would you please?
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now
Very good. Thank you, sir. As usual, you're always on the spot, right there.
Trying to make-
Always. Yeah. Comment to everybody. Most of us in the world know the guy named Gary Sensei, who plays a character on a New York show, and he's decided to take 50 servicemen and women on a 3-day, all-expense-paid trip to Hollywood. It's been 20 years since Forrest Gump and took its place in the motion picture history. And since its release, a story about the incredible journey of an innocent, every man with a low IQ has inspired Gary Sensei to take an unexpected journey of his own. Sensei played Forrest Gump's gruff commanding officer, Lieutenant Dan Taylor, a role which he has Oscar nominated. In the film, Lieutenant Dan loses both legs. He's a very good person with trying to make sure that everybody remembers the veterans and make sure that everybody is handled correctly. And I thought I'd bring that out to a good point.
What a great story. Gary Sinise is an excellent performer as well. He has his own band. I saw him twice at the Pentagon and one time over in Iraq. We invited him to come out to Ocala and entertain when we did the Veterans Helping Veterans charity fundraiser. Gary sent a note back to us saying, I can't make it this year because I'm already booked up, but he sent us all kinds of paraphernalia that we donated to everybody.
Paraphernalia. I like that word, paraphernalia.
Is that the right word?
Yeah, that's it.
That's a long word.
Well, you can say just plain old goodies.
Yeah, it was, yeah. You know, us Marines.
Well, paraphernalia is better than another word that starts with a
Just
P,
say
but we won't go there.
So,
Some
so
stuff.
we're going to read.
Is that what a P? Propaganda? I don't know.
We're going to invite him again for our next event. Hopefully he'll make it this time. Major General Ed Leacock's wife did a lot of work helping veterans, helping the active military over in Afghanistan and Iraq. And Major General Ed Leacock and I work together. We're not only colleagues, we're good friends. Yeah. And she has a personal relationship working with Gary Sinise. And she tied us on. So
I do have a question for you. I don't want to put you on the spot. If you don't know, just say, I don't know.
2 6-bys, one with an open cap, one closed.
Story 14-848-810.
Oh, here we go. The golf tournament this year, has a date been cemented down yet? Do we know anything or anything yet?
I'm not putting any golf tournament together this year. What we have is we gave a considerable amount of resources to Hank and the Veterans Helping Veterans.
Oh, yeah.
We need to strategize on how we're going to plan on spending that money. And we're doing matching with the federal government. So right now we're doing other stuff. The big issue pushed this year.
Yeah, already amazing. 214 both this year. Yeah.
This year we're pushing for the Arts Center with the Ocala Symphony Orchestra to get Hank office, a conference room, 3 guys or gals, veterans employed there, as well as being exposed to. I want to be introduced to the arts. It could be theater. It could be actually drawing, painting, or even playing the musical instrument. So we're putting that together with the VA up in Gainesville because of PTSD. That's the gift that keeps on giving. Most of us, we hear about folks with disabilities. We hear about folks losing limbs. When you do lose a limb, an eye, an arm, legs, you can actually get over that and work through it. Mm-hmm. It's the mental anguish, the uncertainty of what you can do and what you can't do, and that keeps coming back to haunt you, and that's the PTSD.
Well, PTSD is something that you see someone walking down the street, you don't see it. It's not.
It's
not.
It's an
visible.
unrecognizable.
You can't grab it.
You can't wrap your hand around it, but you can't. But you have to try to wrap your head around it.
So, so
Your
we're,
head.
we're thinking,
Yes.
we're thinking for
sorry.
the future with the community, and we're trying to build this out. So he'll have a gift. The Veterans Helping Veterans will have a gift that keeps on giving. They'll have a place to call home. They won't have to pay any rent, and they'll have a place there where they can bring in veterans and to be exposed to these arts and professionals. The school's going to kick in and try to help out with the artists. We got the theater over there trying to help out with working in the theater, even participating in the theater. And then we have
This is all in Ocala you're talking
all
about now.
right here,
All in Marion County.
right
Just
over
making
here,
sure, making sure.
this new place. And so Matt Waddell has kicked in and said, "Hey, I'm going to work with you folks and try to help you out."
He's a good man.
And
Well,
so
in
we're helping
between
him
Matt,
out.
and also with Habitat for Humanities, we're marrying close together so we can better establish things for the veteran living here in the Ocala area, Marion County.
No,
It's
no
a
veteran
whole-
should go homeless.
That's exactly.
That was the theme of the last charity. But the thing about the holistic approach to this is, you get the mentoring program in the court, which is very good.
Yes.
You got the counseling for disability, or you're preparing yourself for employment, because counseling and mentoring lend itself to presenting yourself appropriately when you get an interview or try to find a job. You get a resume, you dress up for success, they teach you. That's part of the whole holistic
sure.
approach. Instead of just saying, hey, look, you went through the program, hey, good luck, here's your little certificate, we'll take a picture.
Yeah,
and,
right.
And the guy doesn't get a job, or the gal doesn't get a job. And what do they do, Joe? They revert back to where they feel comfortable, where they were before.
Yeah.
So
we have John Tesh on in the evenings, and he said, even if you're going for a job at McDonald's, put a suit on.
Yeah.
If you're a gentleman.
Present yourself correctly.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
I've been fortunate for me, I guess it's fortunate. When I was doing it, it was a pain. But,
A what?
I hired a
You're
lot
a pain when you're doing it?
Yes. I hired a lot of folks, and he had to interview folks, but I would have directors and stuff interview folks, then they would send them up to me.
Oh,
and I
okay.
would have to say hello and take a look.
I misunderstood,
And either
I'm sorry.
make the nod, hey, look, at this is a person that's going to fit in. It's not just your credentials, but I don't care what anybody says. They always say, well, it's what's on paper, what you did. Well, it's also how you present yourself. How can you fit in? Do you fit the mold that the people are looking for? And I know it sounds like you're what's that word? You
Discriminating.
yeah, discriminating for one reason or another. But I'll tell you, it's real.
Oh, yes.
It's real. If you don't fit in, so that's why it's so important that Veterans Helping Veterans have a home, have a permanent home, and they don't have to pay for 99 years. They'll be there.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah, that's all.
Just a couple of days.
Now, where is this going to be exactly again?
We're, excuse me?
Tuscarora.
Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa. That's
Right
it.
there.
That's right next door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tuscaloosa Park is right next door to the old armory right there. Old city hall or civic center.
Right, and we're going to have a space there.
We're hoping to have a space there, and with the modifications that are in the works at this point in time, we're looking at about a year and a half before it's all complete.
Any idea how many square footage?
I have no idea at this point.
Okay.
It's a big
No
area.
idea. It's a big area.
Big area.
The parking lots will be totally redesigned. The building is totally changing. Technically,
Okay.
the overall building is staying as is,
Yeah.
but there's add-on aspects to it that'll be outstanding. So it's a good motivation for our city and for this county, and the veterans will benefit many-fold over.
We have quite a few veterans in the area. That's for
Yes, we
sure.
do.
And hire a vet should be a slogan. They should make a decal for all cars. Hire a vet.
Sir, they've had it for ages.
No.
Hire vet.
I mean around here.
Yeah.
Around here. I haven't
That's
seen that pushed around here.
A bumper sticker?
Well, there's no bumper stickers anymore. No, it's a peel and stick clean, a static clean.
let me tell you what I feel about this. I've been dealing with this.
What?
Hire a vet.
Oh, yes.
And if you don't present yourself properly, prepare yourself properly, people aren't going to hire you.
Don't
Well, that
expect
makes
to be
sense.
hired.
That makes sense.
You know, and so people think you got a bumper sticker or you got a slogan and it's going to work.
No, it's
It
not.
doesn't work that way.
I'm talking about awareness, Don. Awareness is what you need.
Awareness is important, and I agree. But we need to prepare these young folks and even older folks that either lost a job for a reason. Get them back in the workforce so they're productive.
Now, the rule is still 7 years after you get out, you have 7 years to use the education benefits. Oh, it's 10 years now?
10 years for education.
It's changed. 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
So you have 10 years. So when you get out of the service, you have time to train
You do
yourself
have.
to, and the government's helping there.
Yes, they are.
And then there's more than one educational
Microphone.
And there's still more than one educational benefits besides the post 9/11 and the Montgomery GI Bill.
And let's
Montgomery, she talks
recognize,
fast.
let's recognize CJ as the one who just spoke.
That's it, yes. But slow it down there, man. We can hear you. We're looking at your lips move, but they can't hear your lips. You're fast. Wow. Now, you said Montgomery GI Bill?
I do apologize. There are more than one educational benefit besides the post 9/11 or the Montgomery GI Bill.
Okay. And they are?
There's at least, I wanted to say the last time I counted was there's a grand total of 6.
Okay.
But there's one that does not have a time extension.
Time limit, you
A time
mean?
limit. It's but you do have to be a disabled veteran,
Okay.
and that is the VRE, which also is known as the Vocational Rehabilitation and Employment.
Wow. So, that one, another one. Just talking, I was not even aware of that.
Sir,
But I
there
think
are
you
so
have to
many
be
programs.
100% for that.
You had to be considered between 20 and 30%.
20 and 30.
Yes,
Percent
Miss.
disability.
You miss.
Yeah, well,
Well, Voc Rehab, I thought was 100%.
No, sir.
well, that's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is.
It's unfortunate that
Very-
because you have to have
it
the
is a good thing.
percentage, but it's a good thing also.
It's an absolutely amazing program.
Well, even amazing is about one of our sponsors. Our only sponsor that we have here is Ocala Palm Chevrolet
Definitely.
and Palm Kia. And Donnie, you said that you were going to stop out there and look at that Corvette, was it? Or was
The
that
Chevy
a
had the-
Corvair?
I had.
Oh, Corvair. Oh, no.
Why don't you hurt me, Robert? It's not the Corvair. Right now.
Corvair. Oh, remember that old thing? The engine was where?
In the rear.
In the
In the rear. That's it. That's the only one I ever did a 360 on.
I love the Corvette. I was over there looking at that brand
you
new
really?
Corvette. It's a drawback to the 1963 era.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I was talking to my wife about that, and she says, you'll have to get rid of your motorcycle.
Uh-oh.
And I said, mm-hmm.
Well, you got to tell her the car is for inclement weather. That's all.
Yeah. You notice
We'll
what
back you up.
We have a car. You notice what I came in on
Back
today?
in, but she's going to rule.
We'll back you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Chevrolets, they've been around for years and years.
Yeah, that's
so
a
many
nice
slogans that Chevy's had out there, and Palm Chevrolet is.
But when they live by it, Joe, see, when they live by a Palm Chevrolet, they live by what they're trying to tell you. We help you, we support you, we'll help you maintain. That's good stuff. You see,
you walk in there and they talk to you, not down to you.
yeah, there you go. And when I went in here and I said I want to go over to the Corvettes, they certainly talked with me.
Donnie, where
Yes.
is Palm Chevrolet and Palm Kia? Right here in Ocala?
Right off of 200. I'll tell you,
I caught you off guard. I
got me off guard. I don't know the address, but I know where it is.
But it's just east of the Paddock Mall and downtown Ocala, and you can't miss it. It's very good people, and they're willing to work with you. They got a fantastic parts and service department, and they're open every day, Monday through Saturday, and be more than happy to work with you any way you want to.
That's the name of
Okay.
the game. And we thank them for sponsoring
And-
Veterans News.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I was just handed a note from
Okay.
Robin. She advises me that there's a recruit military veterans job fair in Orlando at the Bahia Shriners Event Center, 2300 Pembroke Drive, Orlando, and it's 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And they've got a contact number and name of a people, and if there's any questions, please give us a call. You can call us here at the station, and they'll be more than happy to give you the information, or you can call us at our Veterans Office over at 1527 Northeast 8th Avenue, 433-2320.
Say that again, the number again?
Say it fast.
433, that's right.
433-2320. That's
Remember
our
that
phone.
number.
And the address is 1527 Northeast 8th Avenue.
And those are live people picking up the phones
Yes,
there.
they are.
And volunteers, we thank them all for volunteering there at the
This
Vets
is-
Helping Vets.
Part of the sponsors are Home Depot, Prudential Financial, and Cummings Power South down there in Orlando.
Which is good. The big boys are coming in and helping.
Yes.
I like it.
And I would like to go ahead and let's take a break for him to make some money. for
There
the
we
change.
go. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
So
we'll
we
be-
can continue this fine program.
We'll be right back.
Hey, it's time for another Palm Chevrolet update. And let me tell you, friends, things are really getting exciting as we move into the spring. For starters, the Silverado has had a dramatic makeover, and Chevy couldn't wait to show it off, so the new 2015s are already out. And at Palm Chevy, we couldn't wait to put it on sale. Come on down and get more than $4,300 off every 2015 Silverado 2500 we have in stock. And of course, with the 2015s coming out so early, you can save tons of money on 2014 models. Take our Tahoes and Suburbans, for example. We have discounts of up to $8,000. And if those savings aren't enough for you, at Palm Chevy, we have dozens of retired loaners and demos on the lot, which means you can get a vehicle that is almost new for a fraction of its original cost. I don't know what your plans are for this spring, but if saving money on a new car, truck, or SUV is on your agenda, then make your next stop Palm Chevrolet on Southwest College Road in Ocala, or visit palmchevrolet.com. Chevy, find new roads.
Tax tag and $6.99 doc fee extra. Tahoe number D8018. Expires 2/28/14.
Your home is safe, or is it? AA Lock, Dock, and Security. The name has been a staple in Ocala since 1985. Do you have the right equipment in place to have peace of mind when you are at home or away? AA Lock, Dock, and Security has the right people to install and monitor your home or business. Call today for a free on-site security analysis. Call 867-1965. AA Lock, Dock, and Security, 219 Northwest 10th Street, 867-1965.
Do black patent leather shoes really reflect up?
Find out at the Ocala Civic Theater's delightful musical comedy running from February 6th to March 2nd.
Watch from late bloomer Eddie Ryan's first day of Catholic school to the senior prom.
This musical romp goes through confession, poodle skirts, guardian angels, gym class, rock and roll, and the birds and the bees.
Do black patent leather shoes really reflect up? Is set for performances from February 6th till March 2nd at the Ocala Civic Theater. It's a divine comedy directed by Greg Thompson.
Who?
Yeah, that guy. He's an actor or something.
I don't know.
Attention WOCA listeners, the travel industry is being turned on its head as over 50,000 individuals are saving 50 to 90% off the best internet prices. There is 10 simple steps to create your perfect vacation and save 50 to 90% off your travel expenses by visiting vacationresortnetwork.com. That's www.vacationresortnetwork.com. vacationresortnetwork.com.
Did you know that Marion County has a vast equine business? Tune in every Friday at 9:30 for Horse Sense, when we connect, communicate, and educate you on ways to participate in and enjoy all the equine adventures this area has to offer.
Sponsored in part by Infinite Day Spa, Almara Arabian Horses, and Florida Thoroughbred Breeders Owners Association, FTBOA.
Fridays at 9:30 right here on The Source.
I'm a different breed.
Hey everybody, this is Kelly Hart, your new host of the Ocala Magazine radio show. Join me every Friday at 10 a.m. when we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life with in-depth interviews from and about your community. So don't miss Marion County's favorite city magazine, Ocala Magazine, every Friday at 10 a.m. right here on 1370 AM and 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Stay informed on everything going on in the villages with the Village Spectator newspaper. The Village Spectator is exclusively devoted to the villages with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of the Village Spectator today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
All right, 28 minutes before 10 o'clock. Let's return to Veterans News. Your host today, sitting in for Hank Whittier, who's out today, is Robert Wood. Good morning again, Robert.
Good morning again, sir, and welcome back, Ocala, Marion County. I know we got a kind of a gloomy day out there. Is it going to get any better, Larry?
Yeah. It's going to get cold, but it's going to get better.
Yeah, that's just outside. It's what's inside that counts.
Yeah,
boy, that was deep, wasn't it?
It was very deep. Well,
thanks for sharing that, Joe.
Well, someone has to share it with you. I tell you what,
Okay, Curly, do you have anything going on in your side of the world?
I always got something going on.
Yeah, but can you talk about it?
And this this time, I just want to announce to everybody that just in case you are a military or a Purple Heart, it means you are actually combat wounded. We are having an open enrollment this coming Monday, which is the 4th of March. And if you're, like I said before, a combat wounded veteran and would like to become a part of this military or a Purple Heart Chapter 466, which is the Charles S. Schmidt chapter, we will be having an open enrollment at 10:30 a.m. at the Elks Lodge, which is located at 702 Northeast 25th Avenue, which is right almost downtown Ocala, right off of Silver Springs Boulevard, 7 blocks north. So if you are interested, then come on by. Somebody will be there at 10:30. Hopefully the gentleman sitting next to my left will be there at 10:30 to help you get it organized. And please bring your DD-214 so that we'll be able to recognize the fact that you are a recipient of the Purple Heart, so that we can get your paperwork started. And also, if you are a member who's transferred from another military or Purple Heart chapter, we'll be able to get that documented as well. So, and then for the regular members and for the ladies auxiliary, the regular meeting starts at 11 a.m. That is this coming March the 4th, which is next Tuesday morning. We'll be there at 10:30 for the new recruits and for 11 a.m. for the regular members and the ladies auxiliary. So come one, come all, and enjoy. We have an excellent lunch, which is prepared by the chef of the Elks Lodge. And after the meeting, we have an excellent luncheon. And Don can verify that because he's been to several of them, and they always have some excellent food. We don't always know what it is, what is going to be prepared, but it's always at least 2 meats, and then we have a vegetable and a salad and some bread or whatever. But just come on out and enjoy with us because we'd love to have you. And this is particularly for the Military Order Purple Heart, which is...
Well, Curly,
yeah.
I'm glad that I cannot be a member of that organization, but I know it's a fine organization.
Yeah.
You can be an associate member.
Yeah, you can be an associate member.
In other words, you want these people to associate with you. Is that
I want you to have that exclusively for you guys.
Well,
okay?
it is exclusive for the ones who have been wounded in combat.
Yes.
But the ladies auxiliary is for the husbands and wives and brothers and sisters of the wounded combat veterans. So we're growing, and we would like to grow a lot faster. But a lot of people don't even know that we're there and that we do exist. So we're trying to spread the word and let everybody know that Marion County does have a chapter and that we are actively seeking members. So
very good.
Pass the word, everybody out there that's listening.
Thank you.
But I think it's very important that people understand when you have an organization like that, it's the lobbying power for you.
Yes.
They lobby Washington, D.C. to try to keep your benefits, to try to keep you in in the proper perspective with the government, cutting back on everything and cutting back your COLA, cutting back your education, cutting back your benefits. And these folks up there are working hard on behalf of everybody that's been wounded.
Amen.
So if you don't eat, even if you can't make the meetings, at least support the Purple Heart organization and come on down and join. And your money, your dues, goes to the lobbyists to try to help us.
Right.
Because I'll tell you something. You turn 1 second and you're not going to have benefits.
Right.
They're cutting you. When I left the military in '71, the benefits were 10 times better than what they are today.
Right.
In many cases.
Yes.
But it was more difficult to get the benefits. If you wanted vocational training, I was just telling them, you had to be 100% disabled.
Yeah,
Today-
times change.
Yeah.
Everything changes.
Everything's changing.
But the benefits, are going to go away.
Yeah.
If you don't do
If you do not have somebody up there speaking for you, and that's the primary purpose of joining an organization, because the strength is in the numbers, and the more numbers you have, the more power you have, and the more power you have, the more your voice is being heard. So the idea is that we have to have members in order that we can make our voices heard up there in Washington, D.C.
Speaking
The
of,
loudest and squeakiest wheel.
that's it.
Right,
Speaking
right.
of voices heard, now,
Yes.
have you gentlemen and young lady heard about there is a prisoner in Afghanistan? And Rick
Bo.
Nugent, say again, please?
Sergeant Bo.
That's the one. Rick Nugent was on the air with us this week. Congressman Rick Nugent, or whatever other title they put on him, representative of da-da-da-da-da-da. Who keeps hitting the microphone over there, Don?
No, that was not me.
I didn't do it.
It was me that time.
Oh, was he that? Oh, how nice. Anyway, so he has elaborated on how he's trying to get Congress to act, to move or something on this.
Congress doesn't want to do anything.
No, and I bluntly said to him on the air, I says, what do we have to do to light a fire? What do we have to do to light a fire under their butt?
Get rid of somebody.
Well,
So let
he
me
says, well, I guess petitions.
Yeah.
Right. So we have 55,000 veterans here in Marion County alone, plus. That's
Yes.
plus. That's Marion County, not counting on the other side of the villages, quote unquote.
Yeah.
If we
Exactly.
start writing them in there, that's one man there. He's been there over 5 years.
Yes.
That's 300 some odd, or 100, I forget what it is, 1,000 days. And I like to
bunch of
convert,
time.
well, I like to convert the number 5 to days, because five is
nothing.
It looks like, 5,
Yeah,
5.
5.
But if you put in thousands of days that you've been locked up there, and they had the video of 3 months ago, they said they had a video of him, and he didn't look that good. And I made the comment, I said, well, when they do a video of a prisoner, what's the first thing they do? They spruce him up, they clean him up, they make his hair look nice. And if that's the best they could do, and he still looks like warmed over.
Yes.
So what
do you expect?
Let's get off our butt and get him out of there.
Well, we got to, first off, you got to get somebody in Washington, D.C. to get off their backside and do something and commit to something instead of
Well, I like that
hauling
last
buck
word.
around.
That last word, commit.
They are not going to commit to
They're going to
thing.
have to. It's about time someone says, okay, we're going to do this. And if they don't say it publicly,
well,
and let's just do it, and all of a sudden he's back in the States. How did he get here? Who cares?
It doesn't matter how he gets here. Let's get him here
Exactly.
and put him in the right place so we can work together to get him out of that
And then
area.
let him prevail himself all the VA benefits.
Exactly.
I would love to hear that story.
Yes.
They'll probably bring him back, and they'll probably charge him for AWOL or something.
Please don't even mention that.
I don't want to
Hey,
go
Mr.
there.
Doom and Gloom over there, take it easy, will you?
He walked off base.
He knows the underling. He knows that underside of the federal government that's always looking for something.
Well,
I worked all those wars. Been over there several times.
Been there, done that.
It's a lot of stuff that happens.
My son
Joe,
was there. He came back from Afghanistan.
You don't
Yes,
know what you don't know.
And I've seen the pictures that the normal people don't see that he sent back and everything. And it's not a pretty picture by no means, shape,
it's
or word.
not.
But they all go off base. They all walk off base, and they buy. And he always said, I forget what it was. Dad, look, I got these movies. I said, where'd you get those movies? They're not even. I don't know, but they're selling movies, DVDs out there. And they had U.S. made movies already there.
They're pirated.
Oh, you think? You think? Everybody stand up and dance now. There we go. Oh, I love it.
Anyway,
Me too.
Guys, we appreciate that, and we want the people up in Washington, D.C. to take notice that there are people out here that want those guys back home where they belong. So let's get off your duff up there and do something about it. That would be great.
You know what's really disturbing, though? It really bothers me. Why are we worrying about Congress and the Senate? Why aren't the military leadership wanting to get them back? What's going on?
Who's holding who? Who's holding who by the tail?
Please, John.
Congress holds
Please.
I said
by the
tail.
tail.
They're over there. They're the ones that can do it.
Oh,
That's
yes.
their operational plan.
But they can't do
don't
it without
need
an
the permission.
approval.
Oh God.
Don't dare. That's a movie.
That's a whole
That's a
different
movie
ball
plot.
game.
We don't want to go there.
Nope.
So please
Anyway.
tell everyone.
We're going to talk about Palm Kia and
Please
Palm
do.
Chevrolet.
Yes, do.
And guess what? They're located at 2300 Southwest College Road, about a mile away from the Paddock Mall.
Wow.
Not even a mile, half a mile, roughly.
Yeah.
And
if you had a strong arm, throw a stick at him.
yeah, and their phone number is 352-629-8011, and they'll be more than happy to talk to you, or you come in. They'll be glad to work with you any way they can as trying to get you into a new or pre-owned Chevrolet or Kia. And talk to them about their service department and their parts departments. They're fantastic.
They're good people there. I understand that.
Yeah.
Hey,
And we do have a phone call if you want to grab it.
Yes, sir. I'll be glad to. And go ahead.
Hi, good morning. It's Mike McCoy.
Hey, Mike.
Hi.
Just want to thank you guys for all the support that you're trying to help out with the vets in this country, and I'm very proud to have been one. But there's very few things in life that I can get very passionate about, and this is one of them. And I look around and I see there's nothing that irritates me like you'll be going down the road and you'll see some guy sitting on the side of the road, absolutely healthy guy that's sitting there with a sign that says Vietnam vet, help me. And I'm going, well, this guy probably, and I'm trying, I look at I'm going to become cynical about it, and then I say, this guy he probably never wore a uniform. And you just want to pull over and check his ID. And
Oh, yeah, check the ID. I thought you were going to say something else. Excuse me, I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
We understand. Go ahead.
But anyway, I was in the Navy Seabees. I like to say the real Navy, and
don't be jealous, guys.
Absolutely fantastic group of people, and just a tight web group of guys. But I've been trying to get some. I'm not looking for money. I'm not looking for handouts or anything. I'm just trying to get some a few of the benefits that are available out there, and so I ordered all of my records from the archive. Well, back in, quite a few years ago, and I'm not exactly sure, but I was in Vietnam 72 to 73, and Operation End Sweep.
Okay.
And my records were in St. Louis, and if everybody should know, there was a big fire at the record center there.
Supposedly.
And there was a... Pardon?
Supposedly.
Well, yeah, evidently, because there's a lot of records that got... So I ordered my records, and I should have I know I've got... It should have been about a 2-inch thick. I think it was about 14 pages of stuff that... Some of the stuff that weren't even on there. So I kind of just sort of blew it off. So one of my customers actually works down at the... the Veteran Service Center down on Silver Springs Boulevard, right there, by 25th Street.
Yeah.
And Daisy Diaz is her name, and Amy and Delia, and these girls. Well, I went in there one day, and let me tell you something. Those girls are fabulous. And I know I missed some names that work down there.
Right.
But if anybody needs some help, that's the place to start with, too. They really put the ball on the road. And they're locating my records, trying to find records from duty stations where I was. But if you ever I think they're unappreciated as far as it goes with what they're doing down there.
Well, in between their office there on Silver Springs Boulevard and our office on 8th Avenue, there's a lot of work that gets accomplished.
All right.
Yes, yeah, but I'm one of those guys that still tears up when I see the flag.
And we're proud that you do. Straight up.
You should be. You should be.
You know?
There's a lot wrong in this world, and I've been all over this world. I've lived in quite a few places, and
some I don't want to even talk about.
Well, let me ask you this: Was Daisy able to find all your records, and was she able to help you and get you and get you in on the right foot?
They're working on it.
Oh, they're still working on it. We're good.
And I have to, yeah.
Okay, we'll tell Jeffrey Askew, who's the head honcho down there, that we all know him and we all appreciate everything that he's doing down there, and also make sure that you keep going and checking every now and then to make sure that you keep your records up on the head front up there.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike. We've got to run. We're going to another caller.
We got another caller, and I'm going to
take care.
Hopefully get a hold of Bob Streeter.
Bob, are you there?
Hey. Bob.
This is he.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Doing well today.
Good. I understand that you wanted to give us a talk to about family endeavors.
Yes, and are we on the air right now?
Yes, you are. You are live on the air.
So no picking your nose or scratching your knees.
It don't work.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to say a pleasant good morning to all of you in the listening area, and also the outstanding broadcast that you are dedicating to the very courageous men and women that are servicing our nation. So I applaud you for taking this time to broadcast good news to them, to let them know information is there for them. A little insight about family endeavors. We are located right in Ocala, conveniently located at 1515 East Silver Springs Boulevard, Suite 119.1, as well as in Gainesville at 5800 Northwest 39th Avenue, Suite 102. And Family Endeavors, a little insight about Family Endeavors. It is a national nonprofit organization that started to provide services here in Florida. And as it was forementioned, right there in Marion County, we have approximately 55,000 veterans that have served this nation. So back in 1960, Family Endeavors had the vision to service individuals targeting the homeless, unemployment, education, mental illness and disabilities, children and health development, as well as our veterans with supportive services.
Okay. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay.
I was just sticking the balls.
Yeah, you dropped the ball. Said, whoa, what happened to the poor man there?
I thought you may have a question, but also Family Endeavors has served over 1,000 veteran families living in municipalities and surrounding areas of Gainesville, as I mentioned there, and Marion County. And it's a team effort under the direction of Ben L. Clark in Texas. He's the program director, and here in the capital city in Tallahassee for the state of Florida for this program. Our program manager is Brenda Mula. And locally, we have Letitia Taylor. She's a mentor. She's there to service our veterans. Also, Anisha Burgess. And in Gainesville, we have Renee Miracle, who is a mentor, as well as Anna Hossman and Mark Roper. They are our case management specialists to serve veterans who may be facing eviction, may be homeless as we speak, or are currently homeless and scheduled to move into housing within 90 days. So the main mission of this program is rapid housing, to be able to get a sense of stability for that veteran who has served this nation, as well as come up with a prevention stability plan through case management.
All right, I do have a question. You mentioned the fine people that work in the Ocala and the Gainesville area, which is fantastic, and we appreciate that. We need phone numbers very slowly so our listeners can avail themselves of your services.
Certainly. They are locally in Ocala. They may call 352-502-4561. And Gainesville, 352-415-0203.
Also, what are your office hours, Bob?
Well, the nature of it basically is from 9 to 5 is our office hours, but it may vary based to the need of the veteran. If a veteran is, you imagine, going to be homeless, and they may want to be serviced at 8:30 or 8:45. We don't wait till 9 o'clock. We open our doors readily.
Okay, that was one of my reasons for asking that.
Yes.
That Ocala number one more time, slowly.
Certainly. The Ocala number is 352-502-4561.
Thank you.
And I must say, all of you are looking good about your worldwide screaming as well, so I'm looking at you as I speak.
Very good.
You mean you get to see our ugly little faces?
My. Speak for yourself. We have a nice young lady here.
Hey, that's the only one.
Yes, she is.
This is the only good one we got in the bunch. What can I say? Anyway, Bob, we thank you for calling and giving us this information. Is there anything else, like, for instance, do y'all also do auto repairs or something for veterans? I understood that was a
I was going to ask that question.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
CJ, go ahead.
Besides being focusing on the homeless or trying to get people placed in homes, don't you do other services for our veterans?
We paint houses? What are you talking about?
Well, CJ, that's a very good question that you address. As I said, the primary mission of Family Endeavors is to provide comprehensive, effective, and innovative services that empower people to make them a better lives. And one of those components is jobs, getting that person employed. Number two, for that person to be able to have a roof over their heads. And if you can get that basic, what we take for granted from day to day, will be able to help that individual get on, quote, on their feet. We offer case management services, which a huge component of that is employment. Getting them the necessary skills through collaborative partnerships. We have social groups. As far as the organization there in Ocala, they have been strategic partners to help eradicate homelessness for our veterans. So it's a collaborative partnership, and all of us working together, we're just basically carving a tunnel of hope in a mountain of despair for these homeless veterans.
Boy, that's a good way, an analogy, isn't it?
That was quick. I like
that. Yeah, we are carving just a small niche out of that big mountain.
That's it.
We're trying there hard. Bob, we do thank you for calling in, and is there anything else? Where are you located yourself?
Well, the headquarters, per se, for the state of Florida is here in Tallahassee. But we have collaborative partners throughout the whole state. Not only that we service Ocala, Gainesville, but also here in the capital city region. Okay. And the services, as I said, we'll cover Bradford, Citrus, Franklin, Gaston, Gilchrist, Orlando, Jefferson Lake, Liberty, Madison, Putnam, Sumter, Taylor, and Wakulla counties. So that is our reach in servicing.
Hey, that's a big area.
Yes, sir.
That's a lot of area there. A lot of rural area.
Well, Bob, keep us on, as I say, keep us on your radar. We'll be here every week with Veterans News, and of course, the organization in this area is Vets Helping Vets.
And if you're wondering who this is talking, is Joe, who is the owner and manager of WOCA Radio.
Well, Joe, your name supersedes the excellence in broadcasting, and
give the man a quarter, quick. Give the man a quarter.
And here we are. And I want to acknowledge you for the great work that you are doing in the community there, because that's what broadcast is about, getting information to individuals so they can make intelligent decisions. One of the partnerships with your radio station, and also Vets Helping Vets. We thank you for all the veterans that you have referred to our organization. One of our goals by 2015 is to eradicate homelessness in our veteran community. That's a Herculean effort, but with everybody working together, with all of us working together as one, we'll be able to foster hope for our veterans who have served this country. So through outreach, case management, helping them to attain their VA benefits, assisting them in attaining and coordinating other benefits that are entitled to them, it takes teamwork. And even if a veteran is behind in their rent, we can cover for their rent and utility payments and even deposits and transportation and moving costs.
Well, there you go. Bob, we thank you very much for calling in.
From way up
and
there.
CJ, you got a comment or question?
I had one more question before you had to get off the line.
Go ahead.
Okay, CJ.
In order for a vet to get to your service, can they call you directly, or do they have to be referred from an outside organization?
That's a very good question. They can call directly through our partnerships that we have with various organizations. They can refer that veteran to us. The main thing is to get the word out. And we're talking about everybody. It could be your neighbor, your loved one, your relatives, wherever you met your center of influence. If you know a veteran that it's in between homes or going through a challenge, have them to contact us at Family Endeavors. And right there, once again, the number is 352-502-4561 in Ocala, and also in Gainesville at 352-415-0203. And you got great folks like Renee Miracle and Letitia Taylor. They're ready to serve that veteran.
Bob, we thank you very much for calling in, sir, and thank you again. Appreciate all the information.
Question.
We've got 30 seconds. Go for it.
I got to get one of those Purple Heart jackets you got, Colonel. You are looking so handsome.
See, we've got to put up with it for the rest of the week. Now you did it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob, for calling.
Thank you very much, Bob. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Continue the great work.
Yeah.
You too.
One other comment before we do get off the air for today. We've got a wrestling tournament or
match
going to be held on Saturday the 29th of March.
Oh, we can talk about that next week again. Good.
With Dory Funk Jr.
We'll talk about that again next week.
Yeah, and we are. And
we'd like to thank Palm Chevrolet for sponsoring this segment of Veterans News. Palm Chevrolet located on Highway 200.
Southwest College Road in Ocala. Thank you very much, folks, for
God
listening.
bless America.
You better believe it. Bye-bye.
Land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala. ABC News Now. I'm Karen Chase. Food labels may get a major makeover. The FDA today is proposing new requirements for food packagers that would force them to be crystal clear about what's in the box or the bag, so people know exactly how many calories they're eating. There were cheers and tears at the Arizona Capitol after Governor Jan Brewer vetoed a measure that would have let businesses deny service to gay people. Gay rights activists call it a victory. Backers call it a defeat for religious freedom. Kerry Kennedy took the stand in her own defense at her drug driving trial yesterday, insisting she accidentally took a sleeping pill before sideswiping a truck. Her lawyer asked about her famous family history, but denied using it as a defense. It hasn't been her month, her week, or even her year. Friends co-star Lisa Kudrow lost her court battle with a former manager. A California jury ordered her to pay him $1.6 million. Can you imagine having 3 parents? Public debate has begun in Britain on a proposal to let scientists create embryos using DNA from 3 people. This is ABC News.
Safety.